The savanna is blazing. A rescue helicopter hovers over the cracked land. On the giraffe's body are strange tumors, yellow as beeswax. Swarms of bees swarm the tumor, then soar like a living cloud. The fluid from the honeycombs oozes onto the skin. The worker bees are still sucking each drop. In the middle of the red sunset, a tall creature now surrounded by bees, both painful and helpless. The tumors continue to spread, brown, rough like stone. The bees do not let go. They cling to every inch of the rotting flesh. It falls. Small wisps of smoke rise from its nostrils. The bees keep moving, as if sucking out their last breath. Close-up of its face, silent, silent. Eyes closed, bees crawling over the neck and face. The helicopter lowers its altitude, dust rises. A team of people appears. No noise, no hurry, just determination. They found it through binoculars. One look, enough to understand. Can't wait another second. They approach, by car, by foot. The sight before their eyes makes even the strongest person speechless. The rough hives cover the head and neck. The bees swarm thickly, not just on the skin, but as if they are eating into the flesh and blood. Why do you think bees choose this creature as their home? Comment below. The anesthetic arrow leaves the barrel. One shot and hope is reseated. The tumor is like a precipitate of something strange, hidden deep in the pain. Gloves are put on, instruments are prepared. What do you think caused the bees to refuse to leave, even when the body was exhausted? Was it some nameless injustice, or was there something deeper? Leave a comment, because sometimes your perspective can open up a different story. Each tumor is removed. Layers of skin peeled back, revealing raw, red, bleeding flesh. The bees were still crawling around as if they had not left yet. The wound was big, but they did not back down. The rescuers patiently treated each wound. Disinfecting, bandaging little by little, not just to heal, but to save a life. The giraffe was brought to the care center. There it was no longer alone. The eyes were closed, now starting to blink slightly. A gentle look from another of its kind, as if to say, "You are not alone." The poor giraffe had recovered. The first steps, slow but strong. It was caressed, not with words, but with real feelings. The giraffe returned to the big world. Savanna opened her arms to welcome a life that seemed lost. It runs around, and humans stand behind, silently watching. But nature always has other challenges. The rescue vehicle is caught in the flood. The water seems to want to drown everything. Do you think in such a situation, should they continue to risk their lives to cross the flood, or find a detour, accepting the loss of precious time? Share your thoughts in the comments. Which choice would leave you with less anxiety? And in a moment that seems hopeless, a familiar figure appears. In the middle of the water, the giraffe. It carries them through the danger, like a real miracle. No longer a creature to be saved. Now it is a symbol of life and gratitude. If this story touches you, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next touching journeys. On the parched steppe, a giraffe walks silently. But from the shoulders down, its body is covered with thousands of black creatures, wasps clinging to its skin like a living, haunting armor. A close-up of its face and eyes, not peace but exhaustion. Wasps crawling around its eye sockets, its nostrils stinging and sucking every drop of fluid. It sits down, as if to rest. But the swarm of wasps does not let up. From its back, from its mane to its rump, it is still surrounded by creatures that are sucking its blood every hour. It lowers its head to drink water, a simple movement, now a challenge. Its long neck trembles. A gaping wound, bright red, is exposed on its skin. Wasps dive into it as if it were its last feast. The wasps are still crawling all over the mane and neck, a truly creepy sight. The giraffe lies in the grass, motionless. It looks straight into the lens. Its eyes seem to be asking for help. A red Jeep is gliding across the savanna. 3 people in orange protective gear, shiny helmets. They stop, using binoculars to point at the creature surrounded by wasps. It rests under a tree, still covered in bees. A red medical bag is placed down. The rescue mission begins. Large wasps crawl over the spotted skin. A blue-gloved hand opens the toolbox, takes out a syringe and medicine. Then, each wasp is injected directly, gently, precisely, with incredible precision. A large wasp is picked out and placed on the wax bed for examination. Are they nesting in the flesh of a living creature? The giraffe stands up, then sits down again, like a sick person struggling to recover. A careful hand brushes the wasps off the giraffe's back. No rush, no force, just gentleness and patience. Are they building a parasitic nest? The larger wasps are examined more closely, still crawling in the strange wax on its back. A yellow vial, shiny like honey, is pulled out. The syringe is inserted into the middle of the swarm, not to destroy, but to interrupt the cycle of infection. A green sponge gently wiped the flesh clean. It was still alive, still breathing, and maybe still hopeful. The giraffe was examined and monitored. It ate young leaves placed on a wooden platform. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, a rare, peaceful scene after the crisis.